Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting video for you guys. I'm actually doing a collaboration with Making Up Ashlee, who is a fellow Canadian YouTube vlogger on YouTube. And we wanted to do something back to school themed, and we came up with the $20 makeup challenge because neither of us have ever done that before. Now, let me tell you, in Canadian drugstores, the $20 makeup challenge is basically impossible. Unless you want to go out and use an entire face of Essence makeup, which is not bad by any means. There's so many products from Essence that I love. But I just found that everything would have had to be Essence with the exception of a foundation because everything else was just too expensive. So I went to the drugstore back and forth several times, and when things are on sale, it is definitely possible to do. So everything that you're gonna see me use in this video came in under $30, taxes included. Here in Nova Scotia, we have a 15% tax, and I believe where Ashlee is, she has a 15% tax as well. So that really ended up killing us. But as you guys can see, I did get a full face of makeup on. I'm wearing more makeup than I normally wear on a daily basis. And when I went into the video originally, I thought, well, I'm just going to do a natural back to school look. But then I thought, well, I'm buying all these products and I want to see how they perform. So I really used everything to the max, and this is what ended up happening. So I hope you guys enjoy the look. And as you guys know, I don't do a ton of tutorials, so any feedback that you have would be great. And don't forget to check out Ashlee's channel. I will put her link in the description bar below. Thanks so much. Have a good day, guys. Bye. My voice is still so raspy. It's super early in the morning and I just woke up, so bear with me on that one. So the first thing I picked up was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. And I know that I do not have oily skin, but this is always the one that seems to get the great reviews. And I don't care if a foundation has a matte finish. I just don't necessarily want it to make my skin feel tight. So I got it in the shade 125. As always in the drugstore, I have no idea if this is going to match me. They did not have the testers available where I was, so let's hope for the best. Immediately, I wish that it had a pump on it. I'm just gonna pour it directly onto my beauty blender and go from there. I'm not really set up for tutorials yet, you guys, so I hope that this works. Okay, let's see how this goes. Apparently this foundation is supposed to have really, really nice coverage, and everyone, like I said, that has liked it has had more of an oilier skin type, so I'm really hoping that this will just give me a matte finish, but it won't dry my skin out. And the color is a little bit dark for me, but you can always blend that out. I don't know why cosmetic companies don't give a tester for absolutely everything, because the amount of foundations and other makeup products that get returned because they weren't the actual color that the people thought they were going to be. Like, there's no way they make money on that. I don't know why they just don't spend the money and make a tester and make everybody happy. But that's my rant for the morning. That's probably not my rant for the morning. I'm probably gonna have another one. One thing that I wasn't able to buy was a concealer. And I don't know, to be honest, if I'm actually going to miss the concealer, because I do feel like this foundation has pretty nice coverage, which is nice. So I'm just going to continue to blend this out. It does give pretty nice coverage. There's not a ton of drugstore foundations that I absolutely love, so hopefully this is going to be one, so I have something to recommend to everybody. I really want to try the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, the new one, but as you guys know, I'm on a spending ban, so personal makeup purchasing is not something I can do right now. In 2016, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a tiny bit more of the foundation on the tip of my beauty blender, and I'm just going to go underneath the eyes as if it was a concealer and just see if I can build up a little bit more coverage under there. I hope everyone's getting excited for back to school. It is a Back to school is a really nice time of year. I feel like everyone kind of gets excited for it, whether or not you're actually going back to school yourself or you're a parent and you can't wait to ship your kids off because they've been driving you crazy all summer. It just seems to be a good time of the year for everybody. The next thing that I purchased is from Rimmel, and it doesn't seem to have a product name on it, but it's in the shade 002 Coral Glow, and it's a little highlight contour blush palette. So this was actually on sale when I got it, which was great because it had 3 different products in it that I needed. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the bronzer shade in the middle here. I'm just gonna pick some of that up with the brush. It is quite powdery. There's a lot of powder fallout after you use that product. I'm just gonna place that right where I normally would my contour. It is a little bit warmer for sure than I would normally use. I think I'd rather use that as a bronzer than a contour, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush and just use some of that bronzer up around my hairline. And then down my neck as well. I feel like it's taking me a lot longer to actually get the makeup on my face just because I'm not so far away, but I'm more far away than I would be from my mirror if I wasn't filming. You guys know I don't do a ton of tutorials, and that's because, one, I don't have the lighting set up. I work literally just with natural light still. I don't have any sort of ring lights or anything. And I just feel like it's a little bit awkward. So hopefully you guys can give me some feedback on what you think I can do to make the tutorials better. I would love to do them, but it's just, I feel like I just don't have the setup as of yet. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with blush. This peachy color I think I'm actually really going to like because it doesn't have too much color in it, and that's something that I actually like in my blushes. I don't want something that has a ton of color. That's actually really pretty. I like that color quite a bit. It seems to be one of those colors as well that you could wear with anything, no matter what other colors or any other products that you have on your skin. That foundation is actually quite nice. I'm quite impressed with it. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is my brows, and this is the most terrifying part of the video, and I have liquid liner, but this is going to be the scariest part for me. So I got the e.l.f. brow pencil. It says slim mechanical pencil, shapes, defines, and fills in brows for a natural polished look. Dual side design, applies color with one side and tames and combs eyebrows on the other. So I love spoolie brushes on the end of my brow brushes. The ones that have those little combs and things, I hate them. They never do anything for me. So I do definitely love the spoolies. And I got it in the shade Taupe because I was scared it was going to be a little bit too dark for me. This is the tip of it here. It's definitely not as thin as a standard thin pencil. The Benefit Precisely My Brow is my absolute favorite brow pencil. You guys know that I already went through one, and I actually don't have it because it's completely gone. I've used it up. But we're gonna see how this is gonna go, and then the spoolie is here on the other side. So I'm gonna do a quick brush through. I haven't done my eyebrows with anything but Benefit Cosmetics for probably since May, and I'm absolutely in love with most of the products. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna pull my mirror a little bit closer. And let's see how this goes. It does seem to be applying to the skin pretty well without having to pull too much. Sometimes I find that brow products are a little bit more dry, and I'm okay with that, but when they're too dry, they almost rip your eyebrow hairs out. The Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil does that to me really, really bad. So I'm happy that this is not doing that to me. So the tip when I just started, I found it was a really nice shaped tip as soon as I started, but as soon as I started rubbing with it, now it's a lot thicker. So I'm not really a fan of that. I would have preferred a pencil that was the same width the whole way through. Okay, so I can work with that. That did go on fairly quickly as well. I've been having troubles lately with this eyebrow. It's misbehaving, and I don't know what I ever did to it to make it so angry at me. But Everybody seems to have one good brow and one like evil sister brow. So that wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. So now I'm back to being terrified of the liquid liner instead of the brow pencil. Next product, as I'm trying to get it open for you guys, is the NYC HD Trio eyeshadow. And this is in the shade Manhattan Mauve. So these are the shades here that I'm going to be working with today. To be honest, if I actually was still in school, I would just probably omit the eyeshadow altogether. I might go in with this product here and do a little bit of definition within the crease, which I still actually might do with those colors. But I'm not a huge eyeshadow wearer, and I feel like it is really something that you can skip. Now that I'm saying that, I know there's people that eyeshadow is their ride or die, and they would rather not leave the house with any eyeshadow on. They'd rather leave with no blush on. So everybody's different. And you really have to play with your back to school look just to know that you have it down packed. I remember when I was in university, it was the same thing. It was literally, I have one look and that's I'm running late for class and I'm not going to make it. That was the look that I went to, and it seemed to work pretty well for me. So I'm actually going to start off with this bronzer color. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth in sweeping motions in the crease. Now, like I said 1,000 times in this video, I do not have an oily skin type, so an eye primer was not something that was necessary for me. If you have very oily eyelids and you find that your eyeshadow does crease, you might want to omit another one of these products and see if you can get yourself an eyeshadow primer, or it will just cost a little bit more money. That's actually really pretty in the crease as just a little bit of a transitional shade. So I'm happy with that. Then I'm going to go in, what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to do that purple shade all over the lid, because I never wear heavy eyeshadow ever. Not that I want it to look super heavy, but I'm interested to see the pigment of the shadows, and I feel like that's the best way to test it. Now I will tell you, make sure that you tap the excess off of your brushes with these, because there is quite a bit of fallout. So you definitely can build the color up. I don't feel like it's coming off on camera, but it does look purple to me, but it's not as intense as I would have wanted. And that's the other thing. Don't get discouraged and put all drugstore eyeshadows together in one boat, because there are seriously some eyeshadows at the drugstore that could battle high-end products. NYX has amazing eyeshadows. L'Oreal makes amazing eyeshadows. Maybelline has some really nice options as well. It's not something that you can't get at the drugstore. It's just something that you kind of have to work around with and see if you can find ones that aren't chalky. So this trio, I believe, was $2.97. Other ones that I had there that I saw were the Wet n Wild trios, and those are amazing too, and they're super inexpensive, but I've tried those over and over and over, so I did want to try something new for the video. So I'm just going to pack that onto my other lid here. And I'm just kind of placing the color down. I'm not too worried about blending yet. That will come though, trust me. Okay, so that's not bad either. Definitely something, I don't know if I'd reach for this again. I'm going to take the chocolate brown color that's in here, and I'm going to take a more tapered, kind of a more tapered blending brush, and I'm going to do just a little bit of definition here on the outer corner with that. I'm not going to get into any sort of like cut crease technique or anything like that. So the only thing that I'm missing in that eyeshadow trio is a highlight color. So I'm going to go back into, again, the Rimmel product. This is why I thought this was going to be such a good purchase, because there's so many different uses for products like this. I'm going to dip into that highlight shade and go right underneath of my brow. And then I'm going to take that brown shade and smudge that under the bottom lash line there. For lip color, I picked up the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in Tea Rose, and this color looks beautiful. I actually haven't even opened it and looked at it in the flesh yet, but I was really excited when I saw this. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So it's like a mauve-y, kind of a mauve-y pink, and this color is amazing. And I really like the format of this as well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through and line my lips. I feel like my lips are extra dry today. My lips, like everyone else's lips, are not completely even, and I do have to do a little bit of shaping with them if I want them to look not perfect, but if I want them to look really sharp, I do have to definitely use some sort of a lip lining product. Oh, it's a nice color. It's actually a lot more purple, like a lot more purple than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of like a dusty rose color, but it is definitely mauve, and very mauve. I think I can get away with it. It's not, like I said, something that I would have gravitated towards at first. So I have two more products that I'm going to put on. One is a liquid liner. This is the e.l.f. Expert Liquid Liner in Jet Black. We're going to see how this goes again on camera. I think I'm going to be attempting any wings. Honestly, because I have so much makeup on for me today that I'm just not going to be comfortable if I have a giant winged eyeliner. And I'm literally going to work. Like, I have no plans for the day to go anywhere special. Yeah, so just a line like that would... that will suffice for me. So it did go on really easy. I am a little bit worried that it is going to feather up a little bit. I don't know about that lip color, guys. It is really purple. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to put on is the NYC mascara. This is the Skyrise Lengthening Mascara that promises up to 60% longer lashes. So the reason that I went with this one is I really like really thick, clumpy mascaras are my... I can't do them. They drive me insane. I'd rather have a more natural looking lash than clumpy looking lashes. So I also thought with the liquid liner, sometimes with the liquid liner when you put it on, you can't necessarily get your lashes to extend past that liquid liner so you can really see them unless you put false lashes on. So I'm hoping that this is really going to give me a lot of length and you're still going to be able to see my lashes over the liner. Okay, so that basically just made my natural lashes look a little bit darker. It might, and I'm being generous here, it might have given me 1 or 2 millimeters of length. I will say this, I do really like it on the bottom lashes. So if I wear this for the day and it doesn't flake, I'll definitely keep this on hand for my bottom lashes. Hey guys, so this is the finished look. Like I said, I kind of got out of control there a little bit and put way more makeup on than I was planning to for this look, but makeup is makeup. Everyone is different. Somebody might consider this a very natural look to wear to school. So hopefully you guys like this video. As I said, I'm really not set up to do tutorials properly, but I really wanted to do this collaboration with Ashlee because I do love her. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I think I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm going to leave the lip color on for a few minutes and see if that's something that I'm going to be able to handle, because like I said, it is just so much more purple than I was expecting. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the look, and for under $30, I say that's a great budget for a really great face. And there are a couple of different looks that you could do with these products that I've shown you for sure. If anything is horrid or super bad or anything turns out to be super amazing, I will let you guys know as well in an update. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to check out Ashlee's channel. I will leave the link in the description box below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.